Hello, good afternoon everyone. I am Kate Francesca Eflameira and I'm here to tell you about the Japanese culture. Japan has a fascinating and traditional culture. We can say that it's much more formal than American culture. First up, we should know about their religions. Japanese people have multiple religions such as Shintoism and Buddhism. Although you can say that Japanese people are not as religious as us Filipinos, they still have someone to believe in. Japanese religions are neither preached or doctrined and rarely discussed on their daily basis. In their early years, they see their emperor as someone to worship or someone that they consider as their god. Japanese people also believe in lucky charms, fate, and superstitions as an important part of their culture. Now let's move on into the traditional clothings. In the Philippines, we call our traditional clothing as Filipiniana, while in Japan, their traditional clothing is called kimono. Kimono is generally made of silk. It has large long sleeves and it reaches from your shoulder down to your heels. Kimono are often tied with belts to fit the person's waist. Now let's go to their foods. The traditional Japanese cuisine is mostly based on rice, miso soup, and other side dishes such as fish, pickled vegetables, and seafood that are grilled or served raw as sashimi or sushi. They also have this delicious rice bowl, which they call onigiri, that is made of rice shaped in triangular or cylinder and wrapped in nori or seaweed paper. Japanese lunch boxes are called bento. Bento boxes are filled with variety of Japanese foods. Now, how about their food etiquettes? Japanese food etiquettes are strictly followed on either formal or informal gatherings. In seating arrangement, in traditional Japanese dining event, you are positioned or seated in seiza position, which means that your feet with your legs are tucked underneath your butt. It sure is uncomfortable if you're sitting in seiza position, but if your host or the host of the dining event told you or suggest you to sit in comfortable position, you can sit cross-legged if you're a man or a male, or sit with one leg tucked inside if you're a female. Third one is never use your bowl as a resting place for your chopsticks. In formal gatherings or dining events of Japanese people, they use small piece of wood or the chopstick wrapper to rest their chopstick aside. Slurping is also a sign of appreciation. Slurping the noodles or the broth of your food means that you're showing your respect to the chef and telling him that it's delicious. Now, how about the Japanese greetings? Japanese people greet each other with a bow. The longer and deeper bow means respect, while a small nod is a casual way of saying hello. The most common phrase that they use when they greet or meet someone for the first time is Ohayo gozaimasu, which means good morning, konnichiwa, which means hello or good day, and konbanwa, which means good evening. When they meet a person for the first time, the casual way of them saying nice to meet you is hajimemashite, while the formal way is yoroshiku onegaishimasu. That's all for the Japanese culture and their etiquettes. Thank you!